Hello everyone, my name is Kitsatao. I'm your mentally chill streamer and welcome to this stream. We are doing some Tiny Glade today, continuing the city. Welcome back to the city, guys. So to catch up to speed on what happened last time, this all at the town square has already been done. It was already done in an episode before, so was the church. Basically, what's new is this little building with the tree out front. And here, the monastery, where the nuns and stuff will be living. And there's like a little garden out back here. And there's like a little silo storage. It's a very cutesy building, I'd say. And then over here, there's an aqueduct running into the city, into this, well, I guess you would call it a water basin or something. I don't know. And yeah, there's a little walkway leading up to it. And it stores water for the city. So the city has fresh drinking water. The water would probably come from a spring somewhere in the mountains, like it usually historically would. So yeah, that is very nice, I'd say. Um, but yeah. Oh, and I added this little bridge, which I don't know if I'm gonna keep, if I'm honest, because I don't know. I don't feel like it fits over here. So I guess that's the first thing we're removing. Sorry. Oh, whoa. Uh, I'm not sure how this would be possible IRL, but that's interesting. Some gravity does not appear to be a thing here in this city. Anyway, what do I want to do today for the city? Well, I was thinking I'm holding a building. That's not good. I was thinking we would continue over here to finish the town square, and yeah, then basically we will see what we end up doing, just like last time. So yeah, that's basically it. Maybe I'll build some stuff over here. But main thing I want to do is build more here on the town square. So let's get a building going over here on the corner with the town square and the main road. I want to make this some sort of shop, but not just any sort of shop. I want to have, I've done this before. I want to make some sort of, well, what would you call it? I guess bazaar of kinds. I don't know if that's the correct word, but basically like this, that you can walk, that there's like a passageway through which you could, I don't know, walk, I guess. Yeah. So this would be directly next to the build us a house. Interesting idea, Moss. I'm first gonna work on this, but afterwards I could. Yeah, definitely. You could live in my city. Why not? With a big garden, please. I'm not sure if I can promise that, Moss, because as you can see, space is limited. But maybe I'll make you a farm out here, just outside of the city. That might be possible. We'll see. It's sad that buildings have a limited size, because, it would be fun if this was bigger. But if it cannot be any bigger, this will be good. This is good. Yes. Let's see. I had this design going. So I want that design to continue all the way out here. Yes. And then there's the walkway. And then I can just attach a big building to it. I have to snooze my ads because it wanted to do an ad really early on. Which I don't agree with because I just started streaming. I don't want people to immediately get an ad. Well, they will immediately get an ad if they join, I guess. If they just join into the stream, but I don't want other people to get an ad. Oh well. Basically, what I wanted was something of the same length. I feel like this is a little bit too close to the street, so I'm gonna have it come in a little more. Yeah, so basically have like a big, I'd say market building, an indoor market, I guess. But then I definitely wanted to have like, ooh, I have a great idea. Ah, yes, yes, yes. I do have a great idea for this. Where this would all just be the same, and then I'd have a little building inside of it, yes. But I can also... Oh, this is new. You can change the tiling on the roof. Oh, that's amazing. Oh. I would love to use some wood paneling, I ain't gonna lie. Oh, I can choose so many colors. That's peak. I kind of like the red. Kind of feels undercoat like, you know? Anyway, and then here, oh, whoops, wasn't very clickable. Do I want nothing? I can also do nothing, yeah. That's kind of fun. Also, what kind of bricks do I want? Or do I want plaster? Plaster is fun. Yeah, I want plaster. Plaster, this kind of plaster really fits with the wood. Oh, and then yes, 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 yes. This is coming together very nicely. I'd say at least. And then I want this to go out here. Pachons. Then have a little bit of a roof. Ooh, yeah. And then something like this. But then do I want to stretch it out until the... Oh. Huh. Do I want to stretch it out until here? I feel like that's too big, right? Definitely no. That's definitely too big for what I wanted. Ooh, pointed roof. Yes, that's exactly what I had in mind. No, something like this. Yes. But then I want like I want people to be able to walk there. So then I need to change this. Or this to the wooden design. So I can have a wooden railing. And then I need to fix the height. And also where it starts. And then it needs to go up again a little bit. And no. Oh, that's horrible to get this to line up. Close enough. Whoa, oh, whoops. I went a little bit too quickly. Yeah, and it also sort of lines up over here. That's great. I like that. Oh, and then I need to hang on. Oh wait, hang on. And then this needs to go inwards a little more. So you don't actually see it anymore. But that can be pretty easily fixed, like so. Oh, wait. Oh, I see. They were not really... Ah, I see. The path is too big. Path too large. Then I gotta get rid of some path. But I can fix that. Look, and there's a little fruit thing in here. Oh. Oh, it's gone. Oh, well. Would have been some fun decoration, but no matter. Okay, so this is basically a walkway, like where you can walk under, shelter from the rain, and shop. Well, it's raining basically. You know what it's. You know the concept. You know what I'm trying to say, chat. Oh. When I place the door here, it's a little bit stony. So, still need to adapt. But I can adapt. Look, this is very adaptable. Wow. Look at this. And you wouldn't even know it was any different. Now we can have some doors to the shops. And we can have windows. Do I want... Oh, wait. What if I do a big round window? Or would that be... I can have some... I can have a big window over... A big... No, the round ones are too big. Definitely. No, get rid of the door. I can also just Control Z my way out of this situation. Yes. But I have a big thing over here. And then a small shop. Oh, no. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to place the door. Small door, small shop over here. And then a little bit of a bigger shop over here. And then there can be a fruit stall in between it. And then there can be some windows. And maybe a round window next to this door for a little bit of a vibe. Look how perfectly that fits. That's cute. That is very cute. Yeah, and there's not really a space for a window over here, but that's... Or I have... or... A double window definitely doesn't fit, but a single window. Just a single window here. Yeah, that works. Ooh, I like the double window. Yes, I do. Then I can have that directly besides this one. Yes. And then there's a little, well, I guess a sort of shopping mall, a medieval shopping mall. That concept is pretty interesting. The concept of a medieval shopping mall. Because that's such a modern thing, a shopping mall. Imagine having that in a medieval city. During the Middle Ages. I think that concept is pretty funny. I do. Look, and then it's little windows over here for some lights. And then obviously have a door. A door and then windows. Ooh, I like the three. Ooh, yes, I do like the three thing windows. I do like those. I am a fan of them. Oh, that's nice. I like that. That does look nice. I do think I gotta change the color of the roof though, because the colors of the roofs in my city are not that dark. Hang on, let me quickly change that. This fits. Yes, that fits way better. And also with the rest of the city. So that's great. Right. And maybe actually, different color? Maybe, well, I already used a lighter color in most places, but that does mean it will fit. Which is kind of also important. Look, yes, now it fits better with the color palette in the rest of the city. Which is also important. All right, more windows. Ooh, I can do a corner window over here. That's very fancy. I love that. I don't know why that would be here on the, but sure. All right. Do I want a double window here in the middle? That is very nice. It's, yeah, yeah. Can have that over here. And then just a little window here close to the corner. And maybe, yes, a 3 wide window on this side. That is great for the first building of the stream. I like that. It's, yeah. It's very nice. There's some shops. Oh, actually, if there are shops in here, wouldn't they have... Oh, but windows don't really work on this building. Oh, they do work over here, though. I can have some 3 wide windows over here. And then, wait, can you do corner? No, you cannot do corner windows with the long windows. But I can have something like this. I don't know. I don't like the round windows here. They just don't fit. Ah, yes, and then some flowers. Yes, that's very cute. And then back here, and over here, I don't need to put anything because I'll build stuff. Also, since this is some sort of shopping mall, probably fun to add some decoration. Here, flags. If I add some flags. Look in this fun. These flags on the shopping mall. Ah. That should be good. This one should be a little higher. There we go. There. That's nice. Maybe I'll change the color though. Let's see. What other options? Ooh, I like the blue. I do like the blue. I do like the blue. Okay. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted to select. No, not again. There we go. This is what I wanted to select. Blue, blue. And now you can see from the street, like, oh, there's a banner. There's something interesting going on over there. Maybe I'll check it out. Maybe the customer will. Who knows? Okay, but then the shopping mall is done, basically. Oh, no, wait. It needs a smokestack. Still, it still needs, you know, it still needs to be kept warm. So we can do that. I'd say yes, maybe a few smokestacks here at the back. Like each shop would have a smokestack. And then the house would have one. The house atop it, where people live, would have one at the front, over here in the corner. Is that cute? Yes, that is very cute. I do gotta change the height of this one, though. So I think one can be lower, and the other one can be a little bit higher. And I can also change their colors. Like one of them is darker, one of them is brighter. Yes. I mean, it's a big building. It needs some more, you know, warmth. Yes. I like this little corner where the church and the monastery meet up and have some entrances for the both of them. Even though this is not the main entrance for the church, that is over here, past the main road. That's the main entrance. This is another side entrance for the church. Big church. Big church, chat. All right. So now, I am wondering, this is a very empty wall. And just now going past it, like this is all very detailed. This side, not so much, even though there isn't anything obstructing any sort of view. So I'd say we can add a little back door. Just a small one. Have a little window next to it. And then maybe have some round windows up here. And pull it down a little, yes. And then have... No, not the out-hanging window, but... this... and this. And then we can have one more of these here. Yes, that's nice. Or maybe we move that to where the sun does shine, over here. No. It's gotta be over here in the corner. Yes. Alright, so now that side of the house is also detailed. I don't really need to detail this side of the house anymore. I feel like it's good enough. Yeah. Ooh, I forgot there was a little alleyway here for the two houses. There's already a lot of windows in here, but I can add a little... I can add a little window up here where the roof is. Yeah. Okay. Then. Why did I select the stairs, actually? Oh, I know a fun little thing to have in between the buildings. Have some stairs going from here to up here. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. I want to have it go up here to have it connect. And then I can continue. No. It's not letting me continue. That sucks. Okay then. I'm trying, okay? I'm trying to continue the stairs. It tells me, like, click to continue. Oh, now it's letting me continue. All right. Sure. All right, let's bring it in over here. But then... That's... Oh, that corner's not sharp enough, is it? No, 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 no. Don't change that. Ah. I should have thought about this more. I should make it go inwards more. I think that's the thing I should be doing. Make it go over here. Yeah. And then I can change it. Ren, thank you for the raid. Welcome, viewers. Welcome into the stream. We're playing some Tiny Glade. Yeah. Nothing more, nothing less. No, I want to move the stairs down. There we go. No, it's still not down enough. No, that's the wrong thing. It's difficult to build when you have a lot of things close together, chat. Hello, Zaf. Welcome to the chat. Yes. Do I like that? It's not bad, necessarily. Maybe I just gotta make it a little straighter. Yes, Moss. Moss has the emotes. It's Moss's art. Yes. I don't know. Maybe if I change the style of it a little. I mean, that's kind of nice. But then I've gotta... That's so adorable. Anyway, now... Mr. Dutch Carrot. Ah, what did I deserve to do to be called the Mr. Dutch Carrot? Oh. Thomas the Tank Engine fact, of course. I should have known. I should have known. Hang on. I gotta make the stairs same color as it is over there, but this is not the same color. This is the same color. All right. Is there not any other style? No, I can only select bricks. And this is the... No, this is, I think, the thing that... color that fits the best. Okay, I'm sold on it. I do like that. That's nice. Okay. I gotta tell my Thomas the Tank Engine facts from us. Okay. So. Thomas the Tank Engine fact. One of the characters from the original, like, first two series, Duck, was a very popular character, and they considered Duck to be part of the main cast from the 8th season and moving forward. But eventually they decided on a girl character named Emily, who was introduced a season before that, in season 7, to be part of the main cast. So Duck was axed and didn't appear for a few seasons. So yeah, that's my Thomas the Tank Engine fact. Now back to Tiny Glade. Okay, so I have the stairs. Probably gotta, I don't like the greenery around here, but I can fix that with some simple pathing. Maybe a little smaller pathing. So it doesn't create all of that. Yes, that's better. That's better. Well, take it or leave it, Moss. It's the only fact I ate. Wait, what does this do? Oh, that moves the entire thing upwards. All right, interesting. Wait, I thought you could get rid of these things. But now I'm not sure if that's possible. It doesn't matter anyway, it's not gonna be visible. You're so demanding, Moss. Facts. Facts. I mean, Moss, I won't always have a specific Thomas the Tank Engine fact. I'm sorry. I do have a lot of law knowledge, but not infinite knowledge. Thought Kitty wanted to yap about trains. I did, but I don't always have a good big fact. Look, the bird is on the sheep. Oh, that's cute. That is cute. Oh, hydrate. Oh, Ren, you've caught me at a bad time. I don't have a bottle. I need to get my bottle, guys. I need to get my bottle. I'll be right back. Need to get my bottle. I've got me bottle. I've got me bottle, chat. No, Moss, I'm not always prepared. I ain't always prepared. Ren, I drank when I had dinner. Calm down. There you go. I hydrated. Anyway, continuing on Tiny Glade. Building next to here. Yes. What kind of building? A shop. Probably because it's a town square. Hang on. Ooh, you know, I have a fun idea, but it's more of a castle. I know. It's actually not. It's not a great idea for a building in the town square. It's not great. Oh, no, I wanted to... Hang on. This is the one. I need to change a little. Okay, Moss. Eat tasty. Yes. Like this over here. Go back a little bit. Like that. Yeah, that's good. So it'll be right next to the stairs. Which is kind of nice. Yeah. And then it will be built against the stairs. And I think I want a bit of a smaller building over here. Something... Well, it can be a little bit taller. And maybe the roof will be a little bit less tall as well. But basically, something like these. Not very big. Just big enough. And I can... There we go. I wanted to get rid of that. And now it's gone. Yeah. Is this tall enough? I feel like those are... Well, not really. Those are not much taller. Except this one. This is a really tall one. But these are smaller. I can have a little bit of a smaller building, but I definitely want to change up the colors. Because this is very, I guess, light colored. So maybe... Ooh. Oh, something... I think something green is kind of unique. But the roof color then also needs to be something different. Like this. That definitely stands out. The dinner is indeed good. That's good, Moss. It's good when dinner is good and not... Isn't that, bro? Well, where do we want to have the door? Oh, I want to have it in the middle. I want to have it in the middle of the house. And then we're going to have some windows surrounding it. And, oven potatoes. Oh, I also love oven potatoes, Moss. I just love potatoes in general, but when it's oven potatoes, they go extra hard. Ooh, wait. Guys, look! It's a little screaming guy. Look, these are the eyes, and then this is the mouth, and then it's these cheeks. It's a blushing happy. It's a blushing happy guy. It's a little face. Isn't that cute? I think that's very cute. Very cute. Alright, well, let's get back to something serious. No, I want them with the window blinds. No, window blinds. Game. No, I didn't even delete them properly. Window blinds. Still no window blinds. Come on. Please, yes, window blinds. Okay, window blinds in the middle. And then a little window up here. Yes, that's very cute. I like that. And then I can have some little windows out here. A little window in the middle. Or do I put windows on both sides? It's also pretty fun. Yes. That is very, very fun. Look at all the birds resting on the roof. It's cute. It's very cute. Wait, Random Moss, did you make it to the peak? Did you peak today? Because I saw part of your stream, but I didn't see how it ended up. I didn't see the result, basically. So I want to know how you did. Okay, that's kind of cute. Oh, no. We're almost at the top of Mace on a... Oh, you were already at Ascent 5? Insane. Okay. Another building next to it. Oh. What's Moss gonna do? Moss is talking about a magic trick. I'm a little bit scared, chat. What Moss is gonna do. Oh, no. Let's pick red for this one. I'm feeling brave today. And then for the roof. Yes. And let's have this be... Oh, red is only available. Oh, you gifted a sub to Zeph. Oh, Moss. That's so kind. Thank you. The awesome... Yeah, Zeph is now the awesomest, sauciest cat. Okay, cat. Gotta catch up to Tiger somehow. Oh, why is that a battle? I Oh, I don't understand. Ooh, yes. And then have this either be taller. I do like this. But then it's got to be a little bit, I think, longer of a building. But also roof too big. Hang on. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Zaf now has the little fishy next to the name. Giving 6 gift subs? Talk about... Oh no! Zaf, no! Yeah, Tiger did gift more subs. Tiger gifts subs everywhere where they go on Twitch. So I feel like for Tiger, it's just, I guess, more normal. More of Tiger's love language, if you will. Moss, sugar is part of the word. It's not... Ah, it wants me to pet the sheep. It doesn't want me to place. It's only part of the word. If you get what I mean. Ooh, and then have a big door over here to show how fancy this is. And then have some triple-sided windows here. Yes, look how fancy. Also, I forgot the smokestack on this house. I want it on the back side. Oh, that's a great placement. Like, next to the other building. There's not really much better you can do than that. Look at that. That's perfect. I have no clue. That is like the most... How are you allowed so... Well, Moss will catch up at some point. And Moss will just be like, you little... Moss, it's also a word you would use. So just search in your own vocabulary for words that... or sentences that would include the word sugar when you give someone a lot of money. Ren. Ren just fills in the word. Yep. Yep. Okay. Do I like this? No, the windows gotta be higher. It's too symmetrical with the other building. Which buildings were not very symmetrical in the Middle Ages. Mosh just going, oh my lord. It's okay, Moss. Oh, now that is something I like. Hang on. Just gonna remove this. I mean... Moss. There. But then I gotta replace this one. This one cannot be here. Then this one is just gotta be a regular window. I have decided to have a big one over here. I do. Yes, that is nice. That does look nice, don't it? I mean, Kitty has called me granddaddy before. Close enough? I'd say so. I'd say that's close enough. Look how much better the town square now looks, guys. Like, there's buildings and there's a shopping mall, which will probably burn down at some point because there's a lot of wood in this building. But, you know, then there will be more of these types of buildings will be placed over there. But I like that. I like that. Because usually when you get pocket money from your grandparents or something... And then he called me granddaddy at the zoo. I did call Moss granddaddy. Because Moss gave money for one of those coin machines where you get a special coin. Yeah, it was a fun time. Fun times in Amsterdam. Let's see, do we put little windows? I don't know. I'm gonna leave it for now. We do need the smokestack though. We need the smokestack. We need the smokestack, obviously. And also maybe some lights. Lights. Yes. I probably should put some lights on the outside of the shopping mall, actually. Hang on. Can probably place some... no, I want to place lights down here. Let me place lights. It doesn't want me to place lights. You can place them on the corner, though. I mean, that's kind of nice. I can do the same over here. And then... No, not over here, I don't think. Over here in the middle? Yeah, I'd say that's good for the lights. The Dutch love me. You say what you want to say. Alright, and this is a bigger door, so more lights. I don't know, Moss. I can't speak for all the Dutch. If they love you. I couldn't say. Also, this has got to be a little bit higher. Like here. Yes. Okay, so those have lights. Now what? But the important ones do, right? Well, I don't know what constitutes an important Dutch person. But if you think I'm important, and Max is important, and Jaja is important, and Tiger is important, then yes. The important Dutch love you. Lampposts. I completely forgot these were a thing. Hang on. This is a fun idea. Lampposts. Actually, no, that doesn't make sense on the town square because usually you only come to this town square when it's daytime. Okay, let's get rid of this pesky. Yes, pesky little shrub. And now it's gone. Okay. Now, what do we put back here? I think a little city park, maybe? But there's already like a little garden over here. So would it make... much sense? Run... What? No. What? No, Ren, no. How can I... Wait, how do you... What? I'm still confused about the mod view and how you're supposed to delete messages. Because... How do you do it, Moss? Because I'm looking at it and... mod view is confusing for me. Mod view is confusing. I'm confused. Anyway, do I do a little park here or maybe something else? You're not doing mod view? Huh. Well, I am in mod view. Hang on. Does it differ if I just go into regular view? So if I just go to my channel, do I then just have the ability to wait, what? No, it just gives me the option to respond. Wait, what? Huh? That's so stupid. It just gives me the option to reply or to pin it. What? That's so weird that I'm not able. I don't know where you should be able to delete messages, I guess. Let's click on the name of the message. Yeah. And then it just shows me to warn someone, to ban them, to report them. Or to block them. Moss, if I right click, I just get the normal thing, like save page. I don't get any special things. So maybe this just doesn't work with Firefox. Could be the case. Ren, don't tempt me. Don't tempt me. I would. Don't tempt me. Don't tempt me. Don't tempt me with good ideas. Why did I place that? No idea. It's not what I want to do. Wait, if I just do a building here, and then I can have a little park besides it. Hang on, I can do it at a little bit of an angle to follow the road. I do gotta choose. I think this is gonna be a little bit more of a normal color. But maybe with a little bit of a special... Oh, it didn't pick the roof color I selected. Whoa. Moss, what did you do to Ren? Why is Ren timed out for 99 seconds? Wait, why? Alright. A dark color maybe, but then also a darker roof color. But that's... I mean, this works, I guess. As a little bit of a darker thing. And then something like this. Definitely a less steep roof. Or maybe I wanted to have a pointed roof. That's also a fun idea. To have a pointed roof. Yes. I want to see how it works. You said don't tempt me. Let me test it a bit before I... Moss, that's not like... That's not telling Ren. That doesn't inform anyone of what you're about to do. You just say you're gonna do something. And that's all the information you get. Oh, you can clear... Okay. That's good. I mean, it'd be kind of weird if you couldn't, right? I haven't used any rounds in a while. Any round windows. So let's do some little round windows up here. Ren is back. I forgot to give context. Yeah, a little bit. Okay. And then little windows up here. Up here. I'm just kind of winging where they should be placed. Symmetry is probably all out of the window. But that's alright. Close enough, right? Oh, the sun is definitely too low. But this should work. Okay, and then I want to have a little park over here. So let me mark out where I want this park to go. That's like saying watch out after throwing something. Oh, sorry, Ren. Sorry. Park. Yes, park. Let's see. Sort of works. I don't see how this couldn't work. Hang on, actually, maybe... You know what would be a fun idea? If this park would, like, stretch out, I guess, all the way to the city gates. That is a fun idea. That is a fun idea. It very much so is. But then this is too wide, maybe? And I don't know what I'd fill it with, if I'm honest. If I did it all through the city. Yeah. That is true. But... Because then it would, like, go like this, all the way... until sort of, like... here, I guess? It will go all the way into the city walls. I mean, what I could do is just have a little water well over here. And then if this be... I don't know. Wait, did I see water? Is there a layer of water just permanently down there? Maybe. I don't know. I saw it. Oh. Ren also wants a Thomas the Tank Engine fact. Alright. Thomas the Tank Engine fact. There was a Latin American dub of Shining Time Station, the program which brought Thomas the Tank Engine to America, of which there's almost nothing surviving except one little teeny tiny clip. And the episodes were like had a different narration than the later dub they did. So yeah, Thomas the Tank Engine fact. Continuing on Tiny Glade. I do like that there's like, I don't know, this over here. Something like that. But I'm gonna worry about that later. For now, I want to do a little water well. And I think I know how to do that. I can do this. And have no roof. And just have a little platform. And I can change it to have a little pattern. A little wood pattern. And also to be not tiled. And have a little bit of stone. Yes. And then this is, I guess, the lowest I can go. That's fine. That's perfect. Let's see. This should be in the center. So then I just make it smaller. Give it a little roof. But then how do I get the little archways in? That's a good question. Shouldn't be too high. Something like this. That seems good. Hang on. If I add a walkway underneath there. Oh, that does work. Perfect. Hang on. Some arches. Look, and then you have a little water well, sort of. And then we just put a little path around it. Getting rid of some of the plants around here. Not because I hate plants, but just because they don't look very good in this context. And we have a city well, a water well. So people can get some fresh water. I hope it's fresh. I hope they're drinking fresh water in the city. I hope they're not having health issues. Anyway, that's very cute. I feel like that fits the city. And then, I don't know. I think I can keep the greenery over here. I gotta get rid of it over here, though. I feel like it's too much and don't fit. Yeah, that's much better. I also feel that way over here, kind of. There's like grass. And these, especially these bushes, I feel just, I don't know. Like, I don't mind there being a bit of grass, like, that's just how weeds work. But, like, there are some big plants. Yeah, I gotta get rid of some path. No, 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 no. No, it's still wrong area. Okay, and now I can try to see if I can remove this plant. Yes, perfect. And now these plants are gone, so it looks a little tidier. That's exactly what I want. Um, 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 is that too big? I feel like that's too big. Oh, maybe we can use the round window door design over here on this side. Yes. And then just have a little round window. And then have this. And I feel like that should be good. And then we can have a little path going to the well. Look, and then I have an idea. I always have ideas. We can have a little fence around here. Actually, hang on. Can you... Oh, you can change the height. I just want to have it very low. Like that. Or maybe a little bit higher. Not too high. Yes, that's very nice. Not too high, not too low. Just a little fence. It is cute, isn't it, Zaf? I like it. Oh, maybe we can add some flowers in there. I like the sound it gives when you select the flowers. It's like flowers are something magical. And I do agree. It's a little flower garden, a city flower garden. I like that. Look. Oh my goodness. That is so cute. I love that. I very much love that. Okay. What do we do for this building? I think we just leave it like that. Don't really want to do anything more on that building. This building needs the thing. It does need the thing, but where? On this side, possible, but I kind of don't like it. I could have it on the front side for once. I mean, yes, it's not bad. It's not bad. I don't think it's bad. The flowers sound porcelain. Maybe can you make the circle that you made for the water tower thing before and add flowers on that? I mean, I don't know if that's possible, if I'm honest. Wait, let's do a little test. If I can add flowers onto a circular thing like this, can I then go into flower mode? No, it's only on the ground. But like, perhaps what you could do, maybe, if you had like a bigger one of these, like a big one like this, and then what would happen? It would, if you would raise the ground. Oh, whoops. What did that do? Huh. It changed the area, I guess. Not what I wanted to do. I want to raise the area, but... oh, wait, this is not the one to create land areas, is it? Hang on. How do you raise land? Oh, because this is all already... If there's nothing, you can paint. Hang on. Wait, so if you would, like, paint over here, then it would be like... No. Wouldn't work. Wouldn't work. Although, something raised like this is kind of fun. To have something raised on an area like that, I don't necessarily hate it. Anyway, I have a little water well. I don't like this fence. I thought about it and no. It's gotta go. It's a little bit restricting on the space. What I want, I think, is to have like just some buildings around this well. I think that's sort of what I want over here for this part of the city. So let's hang on. Let's have a building. That's kind of difficult because I want the buildings to like line up over here. But then maybe if I just move the building back, it will be, yeah, this is more possible. That's kind of cute. I do want a different color. Obviously, I don't want everything to be, oop, touch my mic, the same color. Some plaster over here. Some good old that. And just a very traditional roof. And then like this. Yes. 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 Okay. And then I think I want it to be a little bit longer. Not that long, but like these. Yes. And then I can put some stuff on the outside. And maybe what would be fun if we connect like all these buildings through the flags. That would be fun. Then we'd feel kind of like a community. Anyway, let's add the door. Just a small one. Don't need a big door for this house. Oh, that's fun. That is fun. To have the wash lines connect. Oh. Hang on. Oh. The water wall is kind of in the way when building, but it's fine. It's cool. Hang on. If I place this closer, no. Does not. Yeah, I can also make this a big window. And then I can place it over here in the middle. Yes. I like that. Oh, wait. It got rid of it. That's not what I wanted. Okay. And then this. There's so much you can modify. It's funky. Yeah, it's really fun to just mess around to see what you can and can't do. Because there's so much you can do to make something unique. And that's what I like about this game. There's always something unique to make. Yeah, let's see. That path towards the front door. Yes. I should probably also get rid of these flowers. Because they're kind of in the way. Yeah. But that's fine. I'm enjoying this stream, but I'm getting to EP. I haven't slept today. I mean, that makes sense because it's evening. But how detailed? Oh, Moss, you can go so detailed with this game. There's, like, I've seen people make the most detailed, realistic castles. Like, that, it's insane. Bye-bye, Zaf. Hope you enjoyed the stream. I'll see you around. Let's see. Another building. Yes. It's already starting to look like something, which I like. Guess I placed this. I think I want this a little bit further away from the well, actually. I think like somewhere over here. That's good. That is good. And then I don't know. What would make this building unique? I mean, it doesn't have to be entirely unique, but also not exactly the same color. But this is already kind of unique. So yeah. It's not easy to build something good looking in this game, basically. And do I want to then face it to face the same direction? Oof, that's very tall. Maybe I can make this a skinnier building. Or wider? I do like the notion of a building that's a little more skinny, I guess. I think that's too tall. Maybe a small building like this. Yes, like this. Or, ooh, you know what we have a lot of? Buildings that kind of, wait, is that what they look like? Yeah, kind of. They have these, like, there's like these, I don't know, they're like Dutch, farm buildings, which you can find in like cities, which used to be on farmhouses, but now they're in the middle of the city. Um, and they have like the roofs at the ends are very slanted, but they still have roof tiling. So it creates this kind of funky looking building. So it would, yeah, I guess something like this. It's sort of what it would look like, and they're usually not too big, and they use a lot of wood. So I can actually realize that with this. This kind of what it would look like. Only it would probably be less tall. It would usually just have 2 stories to the building, and this all would be the second story to the building. So it would be something like this, and the roof would usually be a little bit bulged out, like that. It looks kind of silly, but that's a little bit what it would look like. Kitty, if this is the city building, you should see Tallinn Old Town, like in person. Maybe someday when I have money to travel, which I don't. Not that I'm a big traveling person anyway, but you know. And then I have some little windows over here. And then like the windows for the second story would be like this. But I'm realizing that there's a little bit, not a lot of space, but I can. I don't like that, what the wood's doing over there. I mean, I can do something like, maybe just one in the middle. Like for this, but usually they're pretty tall actually. So usually something like this. Yeah, usually the stories in the building would be pretty tall. Traveling is stressful. Yes, it is, Moss. Especially when you have to catch a plane. I don't know why, but just border control and stuff, it's so stressful. It's not one of my favorite things to do, traveling. I'm gonna be completely honest, but I mean, seeing people, meeting people's, the people you know from the internet, that is fun. But it doesn't have to be just you coming over the plane. What do you mean by that, Moss? With friends, it eases the stress a bit. Yeah, that's true, I guess. Well, it depends with which friends you go, because if, you can also go with friends who kind of, are very chill, and they are, like, stressed, and they're like, calm down. You're like, no, I'm not calming down. That can also happen, so definitely know with who you're traveling, to avoid any, surprises, I guess, along the way. All right. Look how cute that is. Look how much of a cute corner this is becoming. Okay, so then just one more building over here. And then we'll have a little, yeah, a little corner around here. Full of buildings. That's pretty cute. Yeah, okay, so last building over here. Nom, 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 nom. Nah, num num num. Nah, num num num. Nah, num num. Nah, num num num. I don't know what that is, but I guess that's why I'm the mentally chill streamer. Okay, so I think I want to do more of these types of buildings around the city, but I definitely also do not want to lose the vibe of like what I have going on over here. So it's definitely like not often. Definitely got to be some sort of oddball out thing, so I don't lose the style of the city. But it does seem kind of like, you know, a building that's been there for a long time. Makes sense, I'd say. And I guess then just another building. Oh, no, no, no. This does not, this does not fit the city. See how I act here? Does not fit. So, I gotta change the style to this. And then I gotta change the colors. I haven't actually ever done a blue roof, but I think the blue roofs are kind of, I mean, they stand out, like, I don't know, they stand too much out in what I have going on in my city. It definitely doesn't fit. Like, the wildest color I have in my city is this. And I gotta look at the skyline, and this doesn't fit. Like, something dark would fit, but then the stones also need to be dark. So ooh, maybe a roof like this. I don't have a lot of roofs in this color. But then what would the building be? Oh, ah, sorry for that yawn. Blah, 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 blah. Hmm, hmm, hmm. And I already have a green building. I can do another green building close to it. Would be kind of fun. Would be like kind of like someone built this and then someone got inspired. Like, hey, I also want to do this. And then the person who built over here was like, yeah, no, I also want a green building. And then it's kind of a rip off, but you know, eh, that's fine. Yes. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Wait, it does not want door. Wait, it does. Let's do the door over here, close to the other door. Then we have. Oh, you can change what surrounds it if you keep clicking on it. Oh, that's how you get. Oh, that's a shortcut I didn't know about. That's funky. That's how you change like what kind of decoration is around it. Oh, you actually can determine that. You don't have to keep placing them. You just have to keep clicking on it. And it'll change. I see. I see. Okay, so then 2 windows over here. And then, no. No round windows. No, I want something like this. Can you change decoration around it? Yeah. Some flower beds. That's kind of cute. And then that's, I guess, the building. Ooh, now that's fun. To have the, oh, but that's so high, but so fun. Yes. Look at that. Look at the clothesline. That's so cute. Hang on, then I can move this over here to give this window, I guess, breathing space. Yeah. Oh, I like that. That's cute. And do I then do something? I can do the little round windows. I do like using them. But what I can also do, actually, what I can also do is have these, but then have like 3 of them. Hang on. Ah, it doesn't let me expand it. to 3. I've never used this one before. It's interesting. I'm keeping that here. And I can also use one on the back with the 3 wide thing. Yeah, let's see. How far down is it? It's about 3 down. It's about 3 roof tiles down, yeah? Yes. Alright, that's cute. That is cute. And then there's like a little... Look. How do I get close? Look. There's like a little cutie patootie corner with buildings and surrounding a well. Oh, that's cute. Also, I don't like that there's a clothesline here. I'm going to remove that. And let me create some pathing over here to this door. And also just to get rid of the flowers that make this a very busy and too busy, I'd say. And they wouldn't grow here anyways because there's no sunlight in such an enclosed space. Not enough, at least, for big plants to grow. Weeds, yes, maybe. Weeds grow almost everywhere, but look at that. That's a little cutie patootie corner in the city. Look how cute that looks from up here as well. I love that. Alright. And then we do. Ha ha ha. I'm guessing some windows over here. There's already a door over there, so it wouldn't make sense to have another door over here. But, could have some windows. Hang on. Can you permanently link these? Oh, no, it just says that they're linked together. Alright, that's fine. And then another little window over here. And then the next windows would be up here. No, I don't want that. Yes, I want that. And then a little window up here. Yes. Oh, that's cute. Okay, now we need to do... I need to add some smoke stacks. Almost mispronounced that. Ooh, I like this. Hang on. Ooh, I like having it over here. But not like that. It's gotta start from the bottom. Hang on. It can go through the middle, but then it's gotta start from the bottom. And then I can change the height. But do I want to change the height? Actually, no, I don't. Hi, Moss. And a little smokestack over here. In the back corner. And here. I can do it over here. In the corner with the other house. Yes. Okay, now I can do the thing I've been most excited for. Namely, the flags. You could make a funky row of chimneys that start on different heights of the house. Like a smithy. That sounds fun. Could be fun. Okay, so. Wait. Ooh, wait. You can have a flag on here. Oh, that's so fun. Sadly, the flags over on the houses wouldn't connect to it. But that's fine. Okay, so we have the flag over here. And then this would connect to... Oh, this would also connect to the flags over there. That's not fun. Hang on. I want one down here. Then I want the next one... over on this building. Oh, I don't even need that one. I can just have another flag over here. And then, oh, oh yeah, you can add flags to the roofs of buildings. That's kind of funky. Hang on. That's clipping with the window. I'm not sure about that. No, how do I make these attach? I feel like it's that window. Ugh. It's the big window that's kind of in the way. Maybe I can move it around though. Or just not have a window over here at all. And then I can have, yeah. I can have it like so. And then, how do I continue it downwards? Do I need to hang it lower for it to continue downwards? Hang this flag lower? Hang on. Let me put it lower. Nope, it does not connect them. Oh, well, I guess it stops over here because I really don't know how to connect the two. Unless I can put one, like, down here. But then this one connects to the wrong one. Or oh, yes, and then I remove this one. Now I just have one going to down there on that building. Over here on the small building. And then, let's see. Oh, I still have one unnecessary flag over here. Oh, no, 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 no. Not what I wanted to remove. No! A little bit of a heart attack. It's fine. I'm fine. I want another flag. Wait, did these connect? Well, a little bit. Not entirely. Yeah, but the idea was, Moss, that they would be connected through the flags, the buildings. I thought that was the cute idea that would connect this row of houses together. Ooh, and this also still connects. So then I can have one. Look! Oh my goodness, that is very cute. I do want to change the color though. But that's very cute. Demolished and rebuilt a house in the span of 2 seconds. Yeah, Control Z is pretty important tool in this game, I'd say. No, wrong thing. I didn't want to select that. Right, let's select. Ooh, I like the red. I like that as a color. Green is too muted, I think. Can also do yellow. No yellow. Yellow doesn't fit. Red would kind of fit, I guess. Does kind of like feel festive, which is also nice. I do want to go for happy vibes. Like, we are a nice group of houses, they say in unison. And that's why they have the red. That's very nice. Okay. All right. That's that done. Now, that's kind of the area around the town square finished, which is pretty insane to me. I mean, there's a little area over here. where there's nothing. I could build a little just building to fill up this space so don't look empty. Need to rotate it a little bit. Maybe just make this a shed, I guess. This is giving slight flashbacks to Tiger's event village construction. I think that means I'm doing a good job of building this, because that village looked awesome. Yeah, I do want to change colors, which I always do want to change. To the... Oh, why did it not change? I want this. And then, do I want the roof to be as tall? No. I feel like something like this is good enough. And the height... also not too tall, because it is just going to be a shed. I can also make this have a bit of a... Or maybe I make it have a thin roof. No, that doesn't really fit the vibe. Hang on, I gotta rotate it around. Ooh, that's nice. I like that. That's nice. It's a little... It's a little like this. A little bulge. Then I guess just have one door over here in the middle of the thing. And just have little round windows, like I think on the side. Oh, who's leaving these fish out in the open? That ain't good. We should really use that village again. We should, Moss. But what will we do there? Like, who's organizing? Like, we need to have an event for that. And what event would be soon-ish for which we could use the village? Okay, and then placing this a little further, yes. And then that's, I guess, a shed to fill in that space. Gonna extend the path so it neatly connects up. Yeah, that's pretty cute, I'd say. There's also a little barn there and buildings over there. So yeah, there's a lot added to that area. Tiny Glade is kind of like, at least building a city like this is like very high detail building. So I'm already doing like a lot of detail for like a city, because the city is very dense. So what I'm building, it's all very dense. But yeah, Halloween murder mystery. We could hide and seek. We can always do that over there. Okay, so now I think the last thing I want to do for this stream is make a little moat outside of the city, and then just have some watchtowers. Hang on. Oh, let me make it a little bigger. Let's see, how would this look? Hang on. Ooh, that was too close to the wall. I mean, it don't look terrible. I just feel like the moat could have a little more of a slant down before... You know, it could go down fully. The land could go down fully flat. And then I could have an area around here that goes all the way down there to here. I don't know. That's my attempt at trying to sort of fix it. What if I do water now that it's a lot lower? It's not as bad now. It's still pretty high in some places, but it's not that bad. It is too big, though. This is definitely too big of a size for a moat. Hang on. I gotta get closer to get a better perspective. Perspective view. The size, I don't know. The size now does feel better. Yeah, that definitely feels more appropriate for a moat. Because what I had previously was a little too big. So then I can just have this hug the city walls. And I can always, like, I just want this to get close to the city walls. And then I can always make the moat, like, bigger. Always can. Always can. Okay, so that's the moat. I mean, it can be a little bigger. That's, I think, a pretty nice size for the moat. And then, basically, I want a little bridge over here, which is very easily doable with the stairs. Let's see. Let's continue this across the water to here. Okay, so let's widen this. As wide... Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. I didn't want to add an extra step to this bridge. So something like this. And obviously where it doesn't make a big curve. So it should just be straight. And then this would also be the size of the bridge. Wait, is this not as wide? No, it isn't. Wait, can this be wider? No. Okay. Then this should also be that wide. Yes. Thanks, Moss. Wow. Okay. If I pull this out a little more. And do I... Or... I can also make this slanted. Then it would just be, you know, a slow descent into the city. That's better because there's going to be carts coming into the city and they're not gonna, you know, be able to get upstairs. So having stairs from an accessibility standpoint is not good. But the bridge can also not be too steep. So I guess something like this. Is that? Feel like then that's, That's too long. Definitely want it to have sort of this sort of length. Maybe like this. I mean, because this is about, like, I don't want it to be any longer. I mean, I can have it like this. I mean, then it's... I just think then it goes too slanted across... across the moat. But it has got to be slanted anyway. That is a fact. A fact I cannot deny. I feel like this is good. Yeah. I think this is good. Leave the physics worse to me. Just build something pretty. Moss. There's enough physics in here, but the only thing I worry about is that just, you know, the realism that people can get into the city as well. But, it's kind of steep, but, should be fine, right? Should be fine. So, let's see. What can I do with the city walls? I can make, straight. Does that look better? No. Not really. It don't look better. No, I clicked on this. And this just adds lines, unnecessary lines. Ooh, I like these color walls. Yeah. Okay, then I can add some watchtowers. I definitely want some... can I have, like, one over here? Like, directly on the city gate. Just have... Well, it adds a pillar. No. It's in the way of the path. Unfortunately. Also, there's a path over here, but these need to definitely be smaller. Like this, yes. Let's see. Something like that. Yeah, that will work. And, hang on. Can you copy buildings? You cannot. That's a shame. Why haven't they implemented that functionality yet? It's something I really want in Tiny Glade. That you'd be able to copy paste buildings. So things would be harmonized, I guess. Things would look the same. Okay, so like that. And then in the middle. Yeah. Yes, I do like that. And then just have little windows out here. I get it. Yes, no, it kind of looks like a face. But don't worry. It'll all be fine. And then a very naughty little detail. We're gonna add these little holes. The peeing holes. The pooping, the toilet holes. Which they used in medieval cities. Where all the city filth would end up in the water. They did do that in medieval cities. Not very cleanly. No, I know. Also, I like how the arches, like... I like how they do that. I like how the arches go. The archer holes. Yeah, these are supposed to be archer holes, Moss. Like, they don't... but like, they had special windows through which they could have archers. But this is kind of supposed to represent that. Like, Wait, actually, archer holes, they do have that actually specific in this game. Look, if you add 2 of these together, or 3 of these, you get an archer hole. Actually, hang on, hang on, hang on. I could replace this with that. Yes, thank you, Moss. That's great. Now I can place this over here. Yes, archer holes. Realism, guys. Realism in my fictional medieval city in Tiny Glade. This city can defend itself. Right. That looks cool. I think it looks cool. Yes. Then I just think I'll add, some towers at some places, like over here. And then maybe on the other side of the aqueduct. 1. And this one would also have archer holes. Obviously. But I feel like only those 2 ones would be the big ones. And these would be kind of small ones. So these would be smaller. Right. So a little window down here. The naughty hole down here. And the big hole up here. Yes. I like that. I do like that. Mm-hmm. Yes. And then another one of those, I think, here in the corner. Just after the aqueduct. Because, you know, the aqueduct is also a vulnerable spot. If they get up on the aqueduct, I mean, it's pretty high. But if they walk all the way and get up on the aqueduct, you also want people not to get in this city through the aqueduct. It's also not really what you'd want, right? Gosh, this is more and more feeling like a city. It's fun. Yes, so a little bit smaller. A little bit stumpier. And that's basically it, yeah. Same design principles. A normal window. Naughty hole. And the big hole for the archers. Actually, they should probably be more pointed towards the aqueduct. Because that's where the people would try to find a vulnerable spot to the city. So this would probably be good. So then if you were standing here, you would be in direct line of sight of the shooters. That's nice. That looks nice. The city walls now have more purpose, I guess. And there's an actual, you know, there's sort of a way to get into the city. And there's like a height difference between what's inside and outside of the city. Which makes sense because of all the dirt in a medieval city, the ground level would literally be raised up. And if you would like not build new buildings, like what happened in Nijmegen in the Netherlands, you would actually get houses where the doors to the houses would be lower than the street level. So yeah. Yeah. I'd say I'm pretty happy with with the progress I made on the city, but lower. What do you mean lower, Moss? The doors would be lower. Yeah, lower than the street level, because there would be so much dirt in a medieval city and it wouldn't clean. It was not a very clean place, a medieval city. So all that dirt would just stay there and it would just cause the ground level to just rise, and they didn't have like plastic or something, so everything would degrade and it would all just turn into, the ground, nature. So it was not necessarily a bad process, not a very hygienic process either, but that's what happened in medieval cities. So that, the city would be raised above the surrounding land. Yeah, that would make sense. I do like it. Like if I look at it from above right now, yes. Like this is, I guess, the more quiet area, but then of course over here I'm just gonna build more buildings, and maybe I want like a Roman apartment complex. The Romans did build an apartment complex, so maybe I want to take some inspiration from that. But for today, my energy is kind of run out, so I think this is gonna be it for the stream. Hope you get. Before we do that, actually, before I end, let me take some little screenshots of what I built over here. This is the wrong mode. Hang on. Where do I... Here, I changed the... Oh, no. Where did... No. Oh, those are my screenshots. It's a useful folder, but no, not where I want to be. Okay. This is the mode I want. I want to make a little screenshot of the little area I built over here. So I want the focus to be on the kind of the foreground and the background. So I guess I can have a bigger focal point. And then just say, I guess, this to be not that strong. Something like this. So then the foreground is still a little bit blurred. And I guess like this. So the buildings in the background are definitely in focus. You should play this, Moss. And you should stream it as well, because it's a perfect game. It's a perfect little game. Hang on, I should get lower to the ground. I should get a more eye level view of what this is like. This is kind of nice. Hang on. Yeah, this is a kind of nice shot of what's going on over here. I can take a screenshot like this. Am I gonna mess with these settings? No. I feel like it's already very cinematic as is. And the colors. Oh, I can make it more colorful. That's probably very nice. Why is it 13 bucks on sale? That's not too bad, though. For, I mean, there are definitely more overpriced games, is what I'll say. I mean, this game, you get a lot of play value out of it, because there's so much you can do. Like, it's not just like a few hours and you're done. It's definitely a game where you're like, you can spend a lot of time in it. It's like Minecraft. It's limitless in what you... Well, not entirely limitless like Minecraft, but there is a lot you can do. So, I wouldn't say... I'd say it's a pretty good purchase for a game. Hang on. A little screenshot like this, I think, is also fun. I already took a screenshot like this. I can take a little screenshot from here to the in look. The max I've ever paid for a game was like 15 bucks. If even that, probably more like 10 bucks. Minecraft was gifted to me. That is indeed funny. Little screenshot like this. Can also take a screenshot of the bazaar, of the shopping mall. From like over here. Ooh, that is a good shot. That is a good shot for a thumbnail, I must say. That is a good thumbnail shot. Because you have the little water roll over here. And then, I don't know. I like it. I like this shot. But let me make the focal point, because otherwise this building gets kind of blurry. But I do want the foreground to be a little blurry. Something like this. Yeah, that's good. Wish I could photobomb right now. Wait. What do you mean photobomb? I'm confused. And let me also do a little screenshot of the front gates to the city. Hang on. I can make a picture like this. But I definitely want the focal point to be this in the foreground. So then, yeah, something like this could work. But maybe also one from the side so you can see the bridge a little more clearly. But then also I gotta zoom out a little bit. I think the city walls are not a particularly interesting spot to photograph. Could do a little picture of the stairs in between the buildings. Let's see. Yeah. I'm just taking pictures of everything right now. But I think that should be good. That should be good for my VOD. So yeah, that's Tiny Glade. I hope you all enjoyed the stream. I certainly did enjoy being creative. And I loved that all the people hung out that raided me, which was very nice. Yeah. I hope y'all enjoyed the stream, watch me do something creative. And tomorrow is going to be a very fun day because we're going to be streaming Among Us with a pretty big lobby. I think we're going to have 8 people in there. And we're going to have proximity voice chat, which is going to be so fun. Oh, we have a hydrate, everyone. Gotta hydrate at the end of my stream. So I hydrate. All right. Let me see who is online to raid. No one. There's no one online to raid. Well, that's a little bit sad, but it's all right. Cannot always find someone to raid. So I guess I'll just send you into the abyss of nothingness. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the stream. Thank you for hanging out. I had a lovely time, a lovely chill time building. Yeah, I hope not the abyss again. Yeah, sorry, Moss. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next stream tomorrow. Bye bye.